Live on the Baker's 12 comedy stage, the dynamic Sam Basinger. So hot, so dynamic, we have to call his name twice. One and only Sam Basinger. Sam Basinger.
Hello, my name is Sam Basinger and I'm an wrong crap. So I am an atheist, which isn't a problem because I'm not a dick about it, but I feel it's my job to kind of bring the Bible, not necessarily focus on the bad things or the good things because you've heard both sides, but to focus on the weird fucking things. For example, in Genesis chapter 9, verse whatever the fuck, I don't remember, it talks about Noah and his sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth or whatever. And anyway, so in the verse, Noah gets drunk because he's an alcoholic. He passes out in the middle of his tent naked. So the Bible verse is, Ham walks into the tent, sees his father's genitals, and runs out and tells his brothers about it. I mean, I would be surprised, but what do you expect from a guy named Ham? Of course, he's going to talk about his dad's dick with his brothers. Or in Psalms chapter 137, verse 9, it's in the King James Version of the Bible. It says, happy shall he be who takes his children and dashes them against the stones. And dead baby jokes are always funny, especially when they're biblical. But what's really funny is in the King James Version of the Bible, stones also refers to a man's testicles. So I like to think that what that really means is happy shall he be, he who taketh his children and beats them to death with his own ball sack. I don't hate the Bible though. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And it kind of pisses me off whenever people say Jesus was a zombie, because there's a difference between being raised from the dead and undead. If you're going to call Jesus anything, like, let's take a look at his life. He was political. He was analytical. He was smart. He was kind of a weird public speaker at first. If you're going to call him anything, call him Woody Allen, because that's way more accurate than a zombie. It just pisses me off whenever people bring up religion as if our country was great at some point because of it. And I never understand why. Was it when our founding fathers had slaves and hated black people? Was it when women weren't allowed to leave the house? But I've noticed that the best answer is in the early to mid 90s when Disney movies were prevalent. And so I thought about some of the early movies and just how great they were and all the life lessons. Like The Lion King taught me that not only can a gay couple like Timon and Pumbaa successfully raise a child, but my black uncle is going to kill my father and usurp the throne. Or The Little Mermaid was another good one. It had really good values. It was, if you really love a guy, even if you're a princess and you're a predominant figure, you should totally sacrifice who you are and your voice so that you can try and convince some dude up on the land or whatever, in order to, you can't talk, so he doesn't know what you're thinking, but don't worry, because all your friends are going to convince you when you're alone on a boat with them in the middle of the lake, just go ahead and kiss her, man. It's not like she can tell anyone, Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, you're a fucking rapist. Or Aladdin. What that taught me was, if you start out small and you steal things will get better because Robin Williams is a good comedian. Another thing I like is I have children. Well, I don't like that I have children, but I do like my children. My son, he's a really cool guy. He's 4, and he likes to wake me up dressed as Batman. Completely, and when I say dressed as Batman, I mean he's completely naked, just wearing a Batman mask. And he's like, hey, Dad, I'm Batman and I peed the bed. I'm like, I don't care. Just tell your mom, she'll deal with it. It'll be all right. And then my daughter, who's cute as a button, and she's just the epitome of a girl. She loves puppies and pink stuff, and also being a total bitch for no reason. And empowerment. But it's awesome to just take her trolling for Poon at Target, because single moms just love little girls with curly hair and little dresses bouncing around saying hi, saying that everyone's pretty because she has no real standards. And it works sometimes. When it doesn't, there's always porn. That's another thing that kind of pisses me off, is kids today don't understand how easy it is in order to get porn. You know, when I was 12 years old, I had to spend an hour and a half downloading porn from Kazaa. And nowadays, kids can just download porn directly onto their phones, up to 5 videos a day. So I've heard. And one of my friends watched a video that said, hey, where a girl was having sex, imagine that, and she said, fuck me, daddy, I'm your dirty little pig slut. Now, in my mind, I'm watching that, I'm thinking, what the fuck kind of fucked up fantasy is happening in this woman's mind? Is she like a half pig, half man beast? Like her dad is a fucking human and her mom's a pig? So not only are you insinuating that there's bestiality, but she calls him daddy. So she throws incest in that bestiality thing, which, you know, after my friend came, he was really worried about his own sexual desires. I do like music, though. Music's my favorite thing, as long as it's not Nickelback. And or country, because I never fucked my sister. No matter how hard I tried. Tried calling her a pig slut, didn't work. One of my favorite types of music is hip hop. And I like it not like there's good hip hop that's deep and makes you think, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's not fucking funny. Instead, I'm going to talk about the shitty hip hop, and I don't understand how a woman can listen to this and think it's sexy. Like, for example, it's from the Yin Yang Twins. I got a 10-foot pole that'll go in your hole, take your soul, and make nut come out your nose, and fall all on your clothes. I can feel women getting turned on from that. But my favorite is from the song Bedrock. I like your sushi roll hotter than wasabi. I'll race for your love, shake and bake, Ricky Bobby. I'm at the W, but I can't meet you in the lobby. Girl, I gotta watch my back because I'm not just anybody. Now, in 8 lines, you told a woman, you love her vagina because it's hot. Then you quoted Talladega Nights in a romantic and sexual way, which is not how that movie was intended. And then you told her, by the way, if we go out in public together, I might get murdered right in front of you. So I don't understand, does that work? I don't really give a fuck because I'm not rich, so it always works. Another one is Nicki Minaj from the same song. She's talking about having sex with a guy, and the guy says, Nicki, don't stop. You're the bestest. I keep coming off the top, asbestos. Now, asbestos is a chemical that will give you cancer after 40 years of inhaling it. That's not what I want from a sexual encounter from Nicki Minaj, especially if I had sex with Nicki Minaj, it wouldn't take 40 years to fucking kill me with all the fucking shit she's got going on. It was an STD joke. Anyways, just
take your pants off.
Alright. Alright, so Lil Wayne, something else sexual I don't understand is pop that pussy and shake that ass. And to me it doesn't make sense because I don't understand, is popping that pussy like a sexual thing? Or is it like a gyrate thing? I don't understand. Because he says pop that pussy and shake that ass, but in another song he says I take her back to my room and I pop that pussy. So is she like having an orgasm on the dance floor, or is she dancing in the bedroom? I don't understand what it means. I have black friends, but none of them know because they're white enough to be my friends. And then, but they don't always talk about sex. Sometimes it's more about how much money you have. And in order for Lil Wayne to brag about how much money he has, he says, I got 10 bathrooms, I can shit all day. And then he says the N-word. And to me, it's like, you know, it doesn't matter how many bathrooms you have, as long as you don't have someone like beating down your door, you can still shit all day. I mean, it's not a problem, but I guess he can shit in a different room, which makes him better than me for some reason. Because Lil Wayne isn't very bright. He's not a very smart man, but he's rich. And he does talk about how rich he is. He can buy a pound, break it down, and put it in a blunt, which to me says you have a real problem with marijuana. You need a pound of it to get high. But, you know, whatever. I'm still jealous. All right, well, thank you for coming.